Okay, time to play some Nioh 2. Alright, here we go. Hey, what's up, Golden? I'm actually playing Nioh 2 today. Newsflash. Do you have any requests for today? It is a surprise, isn't it? Yeah, today was early, especially based off of yesterday. What anime do I enjoy the most? I like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. No, I haven't seen that. Not Poofy. Did I see the Ninja Gaiden 4 dogs? I saw. Are you talking about the clip today that Team Ninja released? It was like a clip of like a gore selection thing. Contracts Hunter and Death Note? I like those. I haven't watched JoJo. I should. I wish Nioh 3 had the same amount of gore as Ninja Gaiden 4. It would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Shark Zoo. As Nioh Ninja Gaiden fan, I see watching Naruto and Rurouni Kenshin is essential. I've seen those. Naruto. Hey, this is my impression of Naruto. Believe it! Will I get Ninja Gaiden for day one? Yeah. Yo, that is so... that's... excessive. Gonna stream it, Ninja Gaiden 4? Yes, 100%. 100%. I don't know if I'll go crazy like with the guides for it, but yeah, I'll play it for it. I'm gonna see if I can. I'm actually gonna message Team Ninja's community manager to let him know that I want to promote it. One of the guys from the Rurouni Kenshin movies helped with Rise of the Ronin 2. Really? That's so cool! Have I played any other games except for Team Ninja games? Yes, I play a ton of things. I just stream Team Ninja games. I did look at the new, what is it, Wuchang of Fallen Feathers. And I have to admit, the spectacle is like really cool. Spectacle, I was like, damn, this looks beautiful. Like in terms of the boss fights, but I still don't know like about actually playing it. How many Ninja Gaiden weapons aren't in Nioh? That aren't in Nioh? Let's see. What do I remember from Ninja Gaiden? They have sword, dual swords. They have like a great sword. There's claws. There's Kusarigama. There's Tonfa. There's scythe. I think Nioh might actually have more weapons. That's what I was watching Ongball's like footage, and I was like, dude, he makes it look cool. But so far, it's a game that I'd rather watch than play. I don't know enough about it, so I'll have to look into it some more. I'm trying to remember. Let me actually look up all the Ninja Gaiden 2 weapons. I think Ninja Gaiden 2 had the most, right? Weapons, Ninja Gaiden. Oh yeah, they had Lunar Staff. How could I forget that? Nioh doesn't have nunchucks. Oh yeah, true, I forgot. The Vigorian flails. Let me take a look. I don't remember all of them. Let's see, there's Dragon Sword, there's Lunar Staff, there's Falcon's Talons. What else? Vigorian Flail, which is similar to the nunchucks. Enma's Fang, that's like Great Sword. Of course, they have the dual sword, so that's 6. Sarigama, that's 7. Tonfa, that's 8. Eclipse Scythe, that's 9. Yeah, I think Nioh has more weapons. Ninja Gaiden 1 had nunchucks. Let me see, what did Ninja Gaiden 3 have? Did Ninja Gaiden 3 have any new weapons, or is it just kind of the same old? Which Vigorian Flails was in Nioh? Me too, me too. Yeah, I think Nioh has more weapons, in all honesty. It does. Level 4 dual swords need to be a Ninja Gaiden to be it's my only concern. I know. I know. Okay, so... The question was, what is my favorite fake Azuna drop? Nioh 2, Stranger of Paradise, or Ronin? Ooh. Nioh's is okay. It's cool that it exists, but it's okay. I like Ronin's a lot. I think I might like Ronin's the most. Gravedigger for Stranger of Paradise was cool. But I think with Ronin, since you actually could have the ultimate techniques for Azuna drop, made it like so cool. Like just absolutely amazing. Like I loved being able to do like actual Ninja Gaiden ultimate techniques. So to me, that's like my favorite fake one. You want them to bring Ronin Greatsword too? Yeah. Rise of the Ronin had some amazing weapon play. Hey Yoshimaru, how are you? Never played any Ninja Gaiden games, so what makes it different from the other games? Ninja Gaiden is more of your typical action game. So there's no like ki or stamina. It doesn't fall into Souls-like at all. So it's intensely fast action game. So let me put it this way. Let me tell you moves that are pretty very common. So Izuna Drop is a very simple move. Like, all things considered in Ninja Gaiden. All things considered. Moves that would be a bit more appropriate for Ninja Gaiden would be like Night Rain. A little bit more appropriate, given how fast it is. Kurama Sword Dance, basically like, try to double the speed. Actually, an even better representation would be showing Spinning Dragon. Spinning Dragon is 100% a Ninja Gaiden move. For the dual swords. Speed that up, I want to say at least 50%. So what makes it different from games like Devil May Cry? Also a great question. So, from what I understand, I don't understand too much about Devil May Cry, so for those of you who have played it, please weigh in over what I will say. My understanding is that Devil May Cry is much more about you stylistically like kicking an enemy's ass, right? And it's really about getting like that style meter really high, doing some really varied combos. But the enemies aren't necessarily too crazy, complex, complicated. Ninja Gaiden is much more of it is a little bit more the other way around. Where enemies will fuck you up. So like in Ninja Gaiden, you know how like in Nioh, you're always kind of worried that an enemy could kill you. In Ninja Gaiden, it's always there. Except things are a lot faster. But your character is also much faster as well. So I think, and this is probably an oversimplification. Again, I haven't played Devil May Cry, so I can't say. But I think Devil May Cry is more suited towards players who just want to creatively express all sorts of really cool combos. Right? And really have that be the main stake as opposed to like super challenging enemies fighting you back. Whereas Ninja Gaiden is like, well, you may not be able to do as crazy like stylish things as in DMC. It's still really cool things, but the enemies are like much, much harder. Ninja Gaiden combat is very intense. So being able to pull off stylish things in that game, at least for someone like myself, feels extra rewarding. If you haven't already, Golden Seed, check out some footage from Team Ninja Studio, their official YouTube. And you just watch like a couple of their shorts, and then I think you'll kind of have a good grasp of like the nature of the action game. Just like how crazy it can be. Like it's just crazy shit. Like in Nioh 2, you've seen Kato Danzo do Flying Swallow. And players are like, dude, that's so cool. But in like Ninja Gaiden, it's basic. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden has a lot of chaos to it. Almost like a Doom. Yeah, I think that's one way to put it. That's a nice little combo. You'll be checking it out after the live. Yeah, go for it. I'm curious. Can I get a cool combo? Oh, you dodged. You're a beginner. Which one should you get started? If you have the Master Collection, just start with Ninja Gaiden 1. Hey Jackson, how's not too much going on, just chilling. Yeah, Golden Seed, honestly, like, I would just say Ninja Gaiden 1. You can, if you can get Ninja Gaiden Sigma or Black, that's fine too. You can, if you don't want to go with older graphics, you can just start playing Ninja Gaiden 2 Black. I think it's on sale for like 33 bucks. And just play it on like the normal difficulty. I wouldn't even recommend playing it on Master Ninja. If she'd swap into Boulder Breaker out of Kusa Grapple for second wind, it's always a combo. Ooh, that's really cool. Chain pull. Damn it, you didn't get up in time. Oh. You don't have a problem with the graphics. I played Nioh 1. Fair. Yeah, Ninja Gaiden 1, simple to start with. Ninja Gaiden 2 is also okay. I wouldn't recommend Ninja Gaiden 3 to start out with. Can you play other ARPG slashers like Darksiders 2? I considered it, but I didn't find it interesting enough for me to play on stream. Okay, do I want to play Kusa? I'm not sure. What do I want to mess around with today? What'll be... Messed around with so many things. I don't want to play dual swords. Staff's always fun. Let's do staff hatchets. Why not? I like staff hatchets. Oh no, that's not my name. Why would you say such a thing? That's so mean. There we go. Poofer, not pooper. Are you sorry though? Spear? Yeah, see, you're not sorry. Fine, I'll do spear. I'll do spear and staff. Let me switch things up though. For ninja style, I hope we get a grappling hook as a skill. Oh, that'd be so good. One thing I really want for Nioh 3 is to put a hitbox on split staffs, low stance, key pole skills, so it'll be like Rainbow Ruse. I wish they had that, but I think they specifically did not do that for Darting Cloud because they didn't want it to be the same as Rainbow Ruse. Would be nice though. Afterwards, can I play Tonfa Fist? Yeah. Yeah, why not? Sure. There are going to be a lot of jumping skills in Nioh 3, skills you can only use while jumping. I don't think so. They're going to have some. I don't know if it'll be like... I noticed a few, but it wasn't like too many at this time. I suspect there will be more though. Do they feel good to use in the middle of the fight? The ones that I play around with, yeah. Especially the ninja style ones, they were awesome. Freaking Pollard on Kusarigama was hilarious. Alright, basically imagine Reaper in midair, except double the speed. And I'm like, this is Ninja Gaiden speed now. What's Reaper? It's the here. I'll show you. It's this move. I don't know if you can see it that well, actually. Yeah, so yeah, imagine double the speed in midair. Silly. Or there's that move. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. I saw people doing some really wacky stuff with ninja style, basically doing DMC jump cancels. Yeah, I saw that too. A lot of creativity involved. I haven't used Enki in a hot minute. I'll use that. No, I'm not using Gaki. Just on principle, I'm not using that shit. Alright, any boss cores I can use? Perfect. Ooh, I might want another one. Giant Toad days! It was so stupid how spamming Reaper and Living Weapon it could just infinitely recharge your Amrita forever. Yeah, I know. Sadly, I don't find Kusarigama cool as other weapons. It's a little strange, yeah. It is a little strange. In Nioh 3, I actually found it to be the most enjoyable compared to the other weapons. But I think it's just because it had a good amount of variety. Frickin' Pollard was hilarious. I'm like, okay, this is... I'm like, I don't know what this is doing here in Nioh 3, but... Alright, cool. A lot of the Kusarigama combos also felt really fresh. I really liked that. Okay, what do I want with Ninetales? Anima bonus scorch enemies, so fire-based things will be nice. Yeah, there's a lot they can do. There's a lot they can do. And it made me think about a lot as well about what they're gonna have to change. And I'll talk about that once I've finished selecting some soul cores here. Want to use a Takemaru? Not really. I don't even want to use Kasha. Use Shuten? I've used Shuten recently, so I'm gonna pass. Oh, I can use Gozuki. I haven't used Gozuki in a while. Onudo? Alright, I'll use Onudo. Oh no, poorly optimized on PC. That sucks. Well, I'm not gonna use Gozuki then. What do I lack? Okay, I know what I lack. Alright, so I want some area of effect. I don't want it to be Nightmare Bringer. A Nenra could be one in all honesty. I think I might just use a Nenra. I was thinking Daidara at first, but then I decided I wanted something more fire-based, so this'll work. So 3 fire-based things. Ooh, and then I got Giant Toe to contest with Giant with Onudo. Maybe I'll swap Giant Toad. Oh, dang it. I was actually going to use Daidara then. Ooh. Yeah. Will I keep? Yeah, we'll just keep it. Lana? No, that is not happening. Did you see the last loads video breaking down the new Gaki cancel? Get out. Get out. Stop. The Wu-Chang looks kind of cool, but it looks a little too much like the Souls, the gameplay, and I'm really burned out on that at this point from meme running Elden Ring. Okay. Do bosses have soul cores in Nioh 3? Yes. Absolutely, yeah. They do. So soul cores are basically just things you summon. Now, it's like soul core box from that Raiko uses. So I remember with Jakatsu Baba, which was like the main boss of the demo. Forget what her ability did. Yeah, so like the boss will briefly attack alongside you. come on. I do not want experiences like that in Nioh 3. Are there going to be immortal soul cores in Nioh 3? I'm not sure if the evolution system is going to be similar or not. I don't know yet, to be honest. There might... I don't know if there will be that system because soul cores are not... You can either put them in the yin or the yang position. It's a little tricky. I suspect no. We're going to move away from Shiftling and more towards the Guardian Spirit stuff as a replacement. What's better, Umin-Yudo or Magatsu Warrior to apply pressure? Different. It depends. Umin-Yudo is absolutely insane if you can apply confusion on an enemy. And against yokai, if they're weak to water and lightning, I just throw out Umin-Yudo and just slap them silly. And it'll do like a even more incredible amount of damage. Can I play with Nioh next? Yeah, sure. Hey, what's up, Zealot? Yeah, I can play with Nioh next. What grace am I using? I'm using some parts of Ame no Uzume. 3-piece of Izanami is intentional for the other realm resistance. 4-piece of Ame no Uzume is intentional for the buffs on dodge attacks. I got Pit Viper robes for extra ki, less ki consumption. Red Demon is for less ki consumption, and that's pretty much it. Wait, where is it? Yeah, no problem. I already fought you, dude. Ah, greedy. I thought it would break his arm. Nioh won't be the most effective against this because he's resistant to water. Damn it. Changing ways too late? No, that's not happening, Ancient Bear. Damn it. I'm trying to pull off a Nioh, but it's a little difficult. I think I'd have to apply the lightning. I hope that shows a little bit there. Ah, too slow. Damn it, I didn't see that happening in time. It's easy. Okay. There's one specific move I want him to do. No, I fucked that timing up. That's what I wanted him to do. Okay, let's just get him in the dark realm. Not close enough. Come on, do your thing. I know you want to. Oh, not that. Not that either. Nope. Great, I want you to do your do the thing. Not that. No, not that either. Nope, not that. Stop it. Nope. Yeah, that's great. That's great. It's cool, bro. No, do the move. No, not that one. Oh my god. So, nope, not that one. Definitely not that one. Haha. Whatever. I want him to do his double fist thing so that like I could practice. I was gonna try to do Call the Herd. Yes, I'm sure he can do it in the yokai realm. He'll do it there. Or the dark realm. Hoover, maybe the boss doesn't speak English. You know, that hadn't occurred to me. I think you might be onto something. Hey, what's up? Damn it. I'm trying to do something very specific against this guy. If you speedrun the yokai boss to speak that language, the Kodama speak at the start of the game. Oh, okay. I'll keep that in mind. Please, sir! Sir! I'm gonna show you some weird interactions with this guy. Like that. I'm not. Oh, you like to block a lot? Why do you have to suck? No, you can do it with any parry. Just leave. Can I end the next one with Yokai Hakuri? I thought I just did. Just put him on fire and left. Made him dizzy, put him on fire, and left. I was fighting a Revenant on Dream of the Demon the other day. When he tanked multiple high stance hits head on without blocking, countered immediately afterward. Is that normal? What weapon was he using? That doesn't sound normal. So let me know. I didn't play much of the Nioh 3 Alpha. Will the Soul Core system return? Not in the same way we're expecting. So Soul Cores are now turned into Jutsu, consumable items we can use. We can either use them as buffs on ourselves, talismans on ourselves. And the other option is we can use them as to summon them to attack with us. So that's been dramatically changed. Now the functionality that we're used to with yokai abilities and soul cores in Nioh 2 has instead been moved to the guardian spirit mechanics or skills. So it'll function very similarly, all the guardian spirit skill stuff, and there's some upgrades that they've had for them. So like, for example, imagine in Nioh 2, if you were to use, say, the Soul Core Ippon Datra, that you could burst counter with it. So, Guardian Spirit skills can do burst counters, so it's pretty cool. Um, yeah, it might be a double A toughness thing. I'm not sure. I can't really speak to that because I don't fight revenants too often. Either that, or like maybe they're hacking or something. I don't know. Can you interrupt his attack with a body swap? I think so, because he's considered a human enemy. Oh, I don't want to fight you. Close enough. Underworld wasn't too hyped today. Umin though, yeah, it's very fun to use. I need some cool war like the Pro Shogunate versus Anti Shogunate in the snow. Oh. Well, that was easy. If you're using Fist or Sword, try canceling Azuna drop into Umin Yudo the Juggle Humans. Yes! Yes, you know about that! I remember back when I was looking at the no-hit challenge or something that me and Hidenoji did. There was one clip where we watched the guy do that. And we're like, oh my god, this is so good! And he did it against Raiko. That was so cool. It was so cool to see. I was like, what was it? It was... Yeah, it was like Umin Yudo and then it finished into Severing Spin. It was so cool. What's my favorite regular mission? Oh, that's tricky. I'm trying to think of the main missions. I think for me, the coolest mission was the Hollow Fortress. Simply because of how fucking huge it was. Actually, that's one of them. That's one of the ones I like. It was quite the maze. I really enjoyed that one. That one was so cool. Region 2, 3. No, I didn't care for that one. Didn't care for that one. This one was kind of neat with Magra and Nataka. I did like this one. Still prefer Hollow Fortress over that though. Hasha was okay. This one was okay. This one was alright. Lana, that's the best tech. I've never known about that. At Twilight, Ruin Draws Near was okay. Yeah, I don't think those were too big. Oh, the Mausoleum. Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, I'm right about to hit that now. Mausoleum Evil. Oh yes, this one was so cool. I loved how like. I remember like when the music changed and like you did the you put that ball on the dragon thing and then it like reveals like further like you're going underground. I was like, whoa! Like we're going underneath. That's so cool. So that was really cool. I enjoyed that one. This one was neat. It was neat, but it was alright. I did like Golden Castle as well. The modularity of the Mausoleum Evil was so cool. Changing the castle, coming back up to explore Hot Spring and stuff was nutty. Yeah, it was. I got lost in that level, dude. But it was like, it was cool to figure out. Golden Castle was huge, but I still think I prefer Mausoleum of Evil. The coolest part is when you realize that the reflections in the water weren't actually reflections. They were buildings that were reversed. I know! That was so cool. I think Mausoleum of Evil might be number 1, followed by Hollow Fortress as number 2. Right, I like Golden Castle as well. I like the bigger levels, but in terms of it being like that interesting, not particularly. Let's see, what about DLC 1? Benkei's level, very big. Yoshitsune's level was actually cooler. Nah, but no, I'll pass on that. What about DLC 2? I think I did like Palace of the Damned. I like this one a lot. It was huge. Because you've got the whole area up to White Tiger is like pretty massive. And then once you get past White Tiger and then you start going into like the whole area before Yomi, that was like quite like, it was pretty unnerving with like all the pools of blood everywhere and all like the hidden spots and areas. I did like this level a lot. And then last but not least, Tateobushi's level was pretty huge. It was very pretty. I don't remember, like, in terms of it being cool, not particularly, compared to the final level, Distant Dream. I did like this one a lot, because it was just huge. It was huge, but, like, a lot of different areas to explore, and it just felt like its own little, like, you know, quest zone. Felt more like, it was really big, but there were a lot of cool things to discover. So it didn't just feel like empty space. So yeah. I still think Mausoleum Evil is number 1 though. Yeah, and the jailed Mujina and stuff like that. Yeah, finding them all. And just like, it was so cool. Yeah, and then Nioh 3, everything's legit gonna be massive. Bewitching Tower? Not sure what the hell. Alright, I'll play Fist and Tonfa since I was asked to. No, not the Gaki in the walls. Please, never speak of that again. Not gonna lie, I found Nioh 1 had a better atmosphere. Can't say since I haven't played in such a long time. You also get to fight Shuten Doji. Yeah, Shuten Doji is awesome. Opportunists can parry basically everything. Basically everything except grabs. You wish they brought back Living Weapon in Nioh 3? They kind of did. They have Living Artifact, which is like even better. Opportunist works against burst attacks, but not that well. Not all of them anyway. Do I think William will make a return in Nioh 3? Yeah, I'd be surprised if they didn't. I hope Ninja Gaiden 4 will get a demo. I don't know if it will, though. For real. Ronin didn't get a demo? Probably not right away. I've been able to get a demo like right now on the PS5, but maybe that's just after the fact. Yeah, on PS5. I couldn't get a PC demo, but there's one on the PS5. Come on. I'm losing patience. Okay. Okay. Oh look, it's a Blood Edge demon. What are the blue elixirs in the mod for? Blue elixirs aren't part of the mod, they're spectral salves. Spectral salves are used for healing in the underworld. No, they're not part of mods. Ah, dodged too early there. Okay, let me catch up with chat a little bit. Do I think Tonfa Gun is necessary to make the Tonfas as fun as possible? I guess yes, because it adds a little extra spice to 2 moves. So I would say yeah. Because it's like the equivalent of a transformed art, if we think about it. By the way, guys, is there a way to grind for graces on the sets that you want, or is there a way to transfer them to other sets? Yes. Yes, there is. So, let's see if I have something that can help. Come on. Do I, like, not have it? So, one thing you can get on armor pieces or weapons, for example, is something called Grace Inheritance. I'm trying to see if I have one to show you what it looks like. Okay, it doesn't look... Oh, wait, do I? Perfect. Grace Inheritance. So you can transfer a Grace to a different piece of equipment. So, for example, if you happen to get, as I do, let's say I got Grace of Kagatsuchi and I want to put that on a different piece of gear, then I use this as an ingredient. So I can transfer. And you can do this for weapons and for armor. Another thing to do if you want to specifically farm specific graces is once you start getting to the depths, you can start getting special rules for the scrolls, which will give you more of a grace. So in this case, if I want Tsukuyomi, I can get more Tsukuyomi. Alternatively, there are underworld floors that have a greater likelihood of... They will basically drop like a certain pool of graces on those floors. So that should help. You're welcome. Damn it, that was such a terrible input. Nioh 2 is way trickier than Nioh 1? Yes, it is. But also more fun! For me, anyway. Get to do cool stuff like that! Any low APM builds to make it easier? Yeah, absolutely. There's some builds that are purely endgame that make... like, you don't have to do what I'm doing at all. What I'm doing? Yeah, that's a little hard to execute. Yeah, there's low APM builds. Plenty of them. Mine's just very weak. Yeah, Tombos are fun, so you're already familiar with that. Yeah, if you're already familiar with taunt buzz, then you know the speed that comes with it. The APM that I have is not a requirement for players to kick the game's ass. It's not. In fact, I'm just doing higher APM because I enjoy it. That's really all it boils down to. It's just, it's fun for me to play this way. I'm much more engaged as opposed to like a slower APM. I'll answer questions as soon as I can. Okay. Whew. Cleared that pretty quickly. Open from the other side. Thoughts on Nioh 3 beta being rumored for September for PC and PS5? I think it'll come out in November. I don't think it'll come out in September. Though that would be absolutely awesome. I totally want a beta. That'd be great. I like the sword, but I really struggle with parries and counters which are needed mid-game and end-game. A reliable insider claims it's around the end of September. I mean, okay, cool. We'll just see then. I expect it to come out in November based on Nioh 2. But, hey, I would love to have it earlier. Are you kidding me? I don't have... They said it will look more like the version we will get 2026. Yeah, I expect that. So with sword, it does take... It's one of those weapons, the more I put into it, the more I'm able to kick ass with it. But it is a more complex weapon. Even if it's like the jack of all trades, it's hard to become the master of everything. So I can't say for certain. Alright, well cool. If we'll see new weapons being showcased, I'd love that. But yeah, so for endgame, mid-game and endgame, you can do very simple like builds where you just like spam a skill. For example, a very popular one, and this is like pure endgame, involves the Odachi, where you just spam this skill a bunch. Right, just keep pressing triangle a whole bunch from guard. That's it, over and over again. And your character can be very tanky, and there's a lot of supportive jutsu and things like that. So, to put it simply, if you don't want to have high APM like I do, get a lot more damage, which you can, and use other things to support your damage output, and you'll be fine. So next question is, do you not like using the ultimate stats? Because for most of your videos, I just see 99 everything. It's not so much a matter of me not liking the ultimate stats. I think the ultimate stats are amazing. Constitution fits brilliantly, so does heart, so does courage. Arguably, even stamina could. Strength, yeah. Skill, yes. Dexterity, magic, not so much. I would love to have the ultimate stats, but then that requires me to actually put my mind to work and decide how I want to distribute my stats. And I just don't want to put in the work for that. I just prefer the even spread. It's just easier. And I don't really need the ultimate stats. Okay, do you remember if last time we could create the character in the beta to keep it for the final version? I think so. I think so. I think we could. I think we could use a code. We'll have nunchucks and dual daggers so far. Wait, where are you getting this information? I personally know that. Wait, where are you getting this information? There were no nunchucks or dual daggers. There was dual ninja swords. And even in the stuff I found out of bounds, there was no nunchucks or dual daggers. Wait, like... How do you know they're gonna be in the beta? I am obviously... I'm obviously heavily skeptical of what you're claiming. Yeah, check Discord. Or show me on Discord then. I'm excited for the rocket launcher. Hey, now we're talking. I wish they added flails from Ninja Gaiden or even the Great Sword, because I would love to see martial arts from different cultures. Yeah, it'd be great. Yeah, show me on Discord. There's also, spoiler, another yokai shift type ability. What are you talking about? There's no yokai shift in Nioh 3. There's no yokai shift in Nioh 3. But wait, what are you talking? What? Just spoil it. It's fine. If it's a legit thing, just spoil it. Living artifact, and then another one. What's it called? What is it called? I'm gonna be skeptical. Not sure, then how can you make the claim? Then how do you know this? Bro, what? No! It got leaked. What are you talking about? No, I didn't see it. I don't know what leaks you're talking about. Here, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go look at Discord right now. See if I got sent anything. I don't see anything on Discord. I see nothing on Reddit within the last 20 hours, 24 hours. Yeah, you need to apply to get in. But I don't see anything on Reddit. There's nothing on Reddit. I am not inclined to trust you, and I am not inclined to let you in to the Discord. Besides, I don't know if you know me. I can talk to Team Ninja's community manager. Okay. I can just ask him, like, hey man, heard about these leaks. One, is the existence of a leak true, or is this something you can comment on? So, sorry, I don't believe you. No, I would just tell people. Alright, why are you being argumentative with me, bro? This is so suspect. Alright. Why? I don't care if it's your intention. That is the impact you're having. Okay, this is a waste of my time. This is the most disingenuous bullshit I've ever... Okay, whatever. I'm not wasting my time with this shit. This is so obviously a troll. This is so obviously a troll. I'm so fucking... This is... I can't fucking do this. Okay, it's a waste of my time. This is a waste of my time, bro. He had me for a moment. He had me for a moment. I fucking can't. Alright, whatever. You know... I'm glad I provided someone some entertainment. Oh my god, I got no words. Yeah, it just became stupid. Like, come on. It's fine to like fuck with me and get my hopes up and shit like that. I'm okay with that. But like the moment it started turning into like a personal, like even an attempt at a personal attack, I was like, this is just stupid, bro. It just became stupid. Kind of like weaponized my divorce against me. It's like, it's just like, okay. People like tried to be like, oh my gosh, you got divorced. I'm like, well, yeah, dude, I was shit. It like doesn't hurt me. I'm like, yeah. Like, of course I got divorced. I know why I got divorced. I fixed all the shit, or most of it anyway, as much as I can, as much as I'm aware of today. Like, trying to attack me on the whole, like, me getting divorced because I was shit is like, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm like, a fucking course. They're like, yeah, I got to you. And I'm like, it did back then. But then I learned from all the fuck ups I did and started working on them. Oh my gosh! Oh! I don't know, man. Well, you know, each their own, I guess. It is, yeah, it is sad. It's like, the funny thing is I can be so public about the information because it's not a threat. Not even remotely. Like, yes, I got divorced. I got divorced because of a shit husband. Like, yeah, that's what happens. Shitty people get divorced. Shit husbands get divorced. I'm like, and? This is like saying like, hey man, I guess, you know this crime you committed? You had to go to jail for it. Sucks to be you. And I'm like, well, yeah, I did a crime. That's what happens. I don't know, like... Oh. Like, I'm not, like, insecure about it at all. I'm like, yeah, that's what happened, bro. Does he know you in real life? I don't know. I don't think so. Probably not. If he does, then I'd be like, bro, you got issues. It was funny timing on the Underworld Soldier grab. The funny thing is, even though this guy's trying to make it personal, I'm like, yeah, that doesn't affect me, dude. Like, it doesn't even, like, it's not even like a good personal attack. It's like, yeah, the divorce really got to you. I'm like, yes. Yes, it did. Oh, your wife is now or your ex-wife is now living in her house. I'm like, Fucking and what? What a mystery? It's insane that you have no hesitation at low health and get right back into the fight. Yeah, it's fun that way. Oops. I know, him resorting to it, of course, can be frustrating. Yeah, of course there's another troll. Oh, that is a shit ton of damage, bro! I know, it was such a failure of a troll. Like, the divorce got to you. I'm like, yeah, that's why I got divorced. Like, I don't know, news. Like, why is this fucking news? Like, oh no, I'm sad about it. I'm like, no, I'm not sad about it. Should be a blah. Yes, excellent. What is it? Oh yeah. Oh shit. Damn it. Hey. Bro, what? Lots of snakes. Do snake things. On my face. Run it, somebody, blow it up, blow you up, woo! Look at all that damage, that was so good. Is Totoromoke the only yokai ability that can create yokai realms? Yeah. The point of trolling is to get reactions, so when you seem more invested than the person you're trying to troll, you kind of failed, yeah. Yeah, it was just... But oh well, trolls come and go. Trying to attack me over the divorce, I'm like, bruh, it's so like 3 years ago. It's so 3 years ago. I moved on from the whole thing. Like let me put it this way. I grew up. I grew up. I figured out a lot of things that fucked me up when it came to my marriage. Learned a lot of lessons. It's an ongoing process still, because I still learn new things to this day. So someone saying, hey, you suck at it, I'm kind of like, yeah. Yeah, talk about how my dad abused me. I can do that too. Like, that's like not a threat to me. He was trying to troll me about the divorce. Yeah. What was it? Let me find it. Let me find it. Okay. It was. It's like, damn, the divorce really got to you, huh? And then, I got rid of all the messages. It's like, damn, the divorce really got to you, huh? She did a number on you, and now you submit to her living in her house. I was like, what? How is this supposed to hurt me? Like, here's what happened, alright? So he was claiming that, okay, dual daggers and nunchucks are confirmed for Nioh 3. There's a leak. He has an insider source. And I'm like, okay, that's already suspect. I already doubt it. I'm already doubting it. And he's like, no, man, you see the leaks? I'm like, oh, okay, maybe I missed the leaks. Fine. And then he's like, it's on Reddit. And, I posted it to your Discord, or it's on Discord. I can send it to you. I'm like, all right, let me check Reddit. And then, it was like, I checked Reddit. I'm like, and by the way, I'm actually quite active on Reddit. Pretty active. So I would know. But I was like, okay, maybe I missed it. And I check, I'm like, there's nothing been posted in the last 24 hours. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, man. Like, I'm very skeptical and I don't trust your stuff. And then he's like, well, okay, like, insert some dumb thing. Right? What was it? It was something like, it's okay. I like sounding like the crazy person who ends up being right ultimately. I'm like, well, forgive me. Like, I just don't trust that. And I'm like, you have to realize, like, I don't trust. He's like, not my intention. And I'm like, I don't care if it was your intention. I don't trust you. Yeah, the raw impact is that, like, you give me false information and you give me bullshit, so I don't trust you. I definitely don't trust you now. I'm definitely not letting you in to my Discord. Right? And he's like, I was just excited to share. And I'm like, it's fine. I still don't trust you. And then I was like, you're being argumentative, man. Right? But yeah, I was like, yeah, you're being argumentative right now. Because it's a subtle thing. It's like, there's a very subtle implication to saying, hey, it's okay. I like sounding like the crazy person who ends up being right ultimately. Right? And I'm like, yo, if this was actually a genuine piece of information, and I just didn't believe him, he would be more understanding of my distrust. And that's considering the fact there's no information on Reddit. So I was like, okay, these two pieces of the puzzle already tell me it's already arguing in bad faith. It's already just bullshit. It's already just trolling. I call him out on stuff, and then I'm like, dude, it's not there. I don't trust you. I got him caught in the lie, right? I caught him in the lie. Very dumb lies. Easily disprovable lies. I'm on the Nioh subreddit. I actively comment there. I actively check to see stuff. I'm active on Team Ninja's Twitter. I look at Nioh's Twitter. Look, if there is information I find, I will tell it to you guys. Just like I did with the 5 weapons that were hidden in the Nioh 3 alpha demo. And I didn't just say, hey, they're there. I'm like, nah, I want to actually show it to people. And not only that, I want to show people how to explore the area themselves. I posted videos of it. I have my fucking receipts. So already, like, my bullshit meter is, like, pretty foolproof for Nioh 3 things, okay? It's already there. I'm very public about what I find. So if there is a leak, say Team Ninja-wise, guess what? It is on them to deal with that shit and keep it rock tight. Oh, sorry, I don't know the expression. Keep a tight lid on it. Because if there is a leak, I will tell you guys. 100%. I want everyone to get excited for it. Now, that is unless I'm specifically asked not to tell things, but that hasn't happened. That hasn't happened with Nioh 3. That actually happened with Wolong on accident. It was like, I got so excited. I'm like, well, I got a Wolong code, but I didn't read the whole Twitter thing, which was like, hey, make sure you don't tell anybody about this. And then I accidentally did on YouTube. And then people on my YouTube channels was like, they're like, yo, it says not to put it. I'm like, fuck, I wasn't supposed to do that. Oops. And then I like got rid of it all. I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. But yeah, like, I would tell you guys. If I'm allowed to, I will. But I haven't had any like explicit thing. I'm good. But in any case, with all of this, from all the stuff that I do for Nioh 3, my bullshit meter was already flared up. And I was like, yeah, dual daggers and nunchucks. I'm like, whatever. And then he's like, yeah, there'll be like a yokai shift thing. And then I'm like, but how? There's this that's happening. There's this information from said interview that's happening. And I questioned it because I'm like, dude, of course I don't trust it. You should understand why I'm being skeptical. So I'm like, you should know the name. And he's like, well, I don't know the name. I'm like, then how do you know? Insider source. I'm like, but they didn't tell you the name? So I kept catching him in lies. And then he's trying to play it off in some like absolutely fucking stupid way. Yeah, nunchucks would totally be sick. Yeah, they were very fun in Ninja Gaiden. But basically, I'm questioning somebody on their lack of proof. There's no proof provided, I'm not going to believe it. It is that simple. Give me proof. No proof given, I don't trust it. So, anyway. Then it was just like the subtle thing of like, it's okay, I like sounding like the crazy person who ends up being right ultimately. Basically saying I'm wrong, and it's like, dude, if you're trying to share, if you're trying to do something fun for people, this ain't the way to do it. Right, and it has as much validity as what Ancient Bear is saying right now. I heard from a reliable source that if you find all the cubes in Nioh 3, you get to fight the hidden Chaos boss for the new Chaos form. Yo, Stranger of Paradise crossover? Sign me the fuck up. But then, when I said, hey, this is the impact you've had upon me, based on your behavior, it's like, not my intention. I'm like, I don't give a shit. This is what actually happened. I don't care if it was your intention not to be argumentative. And then guess what? Because I called him out on it, what does he do? He becomes argumentative. Right away. I'm like, okay. Alright. And like going to personal low blows. And so even if, let me just put it this way, even if it was legitimate information, the fact is, considering my experience with this person, even if it's legit information, I'd be like, I don't care. I don't want to deal with this person, period. Period in my channel. The information could be legitimate. And I could have overstepped being an asshole, which I totally don't think I did. But guess what? It was a miserable experience to have someone I don't recognize, really, not a longtime viewer, to basically just be a dick. So I'm like, get out, bye. I would never want to deal with that again. That simple. Just because, even if someone has correct information about things, it does not give anyone the right to be a dick about it. Especially to all of us, we're well-meaning people. Like, that's it. And the irony is, even in trying to attack me personally, they still sucked at it. Like, it still sucked. You picked one thing that I've resolved years ago. Like, you're trying to attack me on something that I resolved. In fact, I resolved it so well. I grew from it so well that my ex-wife voluntarily asked me to move in with her. As a friend, of course. Nothing romantic. And even if you were to say, hey man, but she doesn't still want you or whatever, or she doesn't love you, I'd be like, why is that a fucking surprise? How is that supposed to hurt me? I'm like, I'm the ex-husband for a reason, dickhead. Like, get out of here. It's just such an obvious miss. So not only is it an obvious miss, it just shows me that someone doesn't do their fucking homework to try to understand a person. To even know what would actually set me off. How many hours do you got Nioh 2? I think he got 3K. He got you talking about it for 20 minutes though? Yes, he did. And the reason I'm talking about it rather than not talking about it, several things. One, for me to get comfortable with just not dealing with this shit on some level, but also to be an educational moment for anybody who ever encounters trolls to understand how the fuck to tell, which is call somebody out, see how they respond. And also, for the person, the troll, who obviously enjoys my reaction, I want you to know you fucking sucked at it. It's like I'm heated about it because it's that bad. Like, not that I'm affected. I'm like, oh no, like, I'm not gonna like get off the stream and be like, oh no, this troll or whatever. I'm gonna like fucking laugh about it. I'm gonna be like, dude, on some level, given how incredulous this behavior is, in all honesty, I kind of feel bad for the guy. Because given how absurd it is, it only speaks to a certain type of person who would do that and commit to that. And living that type of life, considering I have worked with people like this, it is a very sad existence. It is not a happy existence. No one would do that happily. No one who is happy would ever resort to that. So it's like no one who's happy with their life would ever do anything like that. No one who's happy with their life would go out of their way on a fucking random internet YouTube channel to try to troll somebody to that degree. Hey Wilder, good to see ya. That is a very, that's a person who's not happy with their life at all. And you know, I don't have to tolerate it. My heart goes out to him ultimately. Because like, you know, I hope his life gets better. I hope he does have something to look forward to. Maybe people to come home who are excited to see him. Maybe some satisfying sense of purpose. You know, something more meaningful for the guy. I'm sure more than anybody else, given that he's resorted to such behaviors, he's probably someone who needs the most compassion in his life. Someone who needs healthy family, healthy friends. Someone who needs, you know, to come to peace with himself. All that's lacking. But yeah, I do feel bad for the guy on some level. Now, even though I can be compassionate to that, guess what? I'm not okay with the behavior, so bye. The moment I detected that, I'm just like, okay, it's a waste of time, bye. And I'm not going to make fun of the guy for his life. I feel bad for him. I don't want him to have a bad life. I want people to have a good life. Just waiting for my guests to leave the living room so I can play more Nioh 2. So I can play some Nioh 2. Damn man, I missed that combat. The flex mechanic is surprisingly smooth. Yeah, and ungimmicky, I know. And also, by the way, what the fuck happened? We had a troll, so he was actually doing a good job of tempting me with like Nioh 3 leaks and whatnot. And I was like, oh shit, like this is pretty cool. But naturally, I'm skeptical about leaks and like I want proof, but he didn't provide proof. And then he said it was on Reddit. I checked Reddit. I'm like, it's not there. It's a lie. And I'm pretty active on Reddit as it is. I'm actively looking for leaks as it is. By the way, when you're comfortable too, can you get back playing? Maybe I can, Golden Seed. It's been 2 hours already. But right, so a lot of disingenuous arguments and then starting to personal attack me and like the weakest way, to be honest. Like a very, very weak personal attack. He thought it was strong, but I'm like, if you know me enough, you would know that it's like, I like not, it like, I don't like, it's not, it won't harm me. I'm more like offended because I'm like, dude, you actually thought that was a good insult? Like, come on. Like, this is seriously low effort. So question, will you make guides and tips, etc. for Nioh 3 when it comes out? I really hope it's going to be as complex and full of content like Nioh 2. Yes, I will be making guides. I've actually started a little playlist, which is just kind of me demoing some Nioh 2 content, kind of as practice for Nioh 3 stuff. So some of the videos that are coming out from now into the new feature are going to be in that playlist. So if you want to help me make sure that my Nioh 3 content, when it releases in several months, if it's as pristine and whatnot, then feel free to give me feedback on that. But yeah. Alright, Golden Seed, I can get back to playing. Are you happy now? I hope you're happy. Am I on Dream of the Strong? I don't want to be on Dream of the Strong. It happens, you know, just the nature of YouTube. It's just the nature of social media. There's some people who get a kick out of trolling. Otherwise, why else would they do it? I don't understand how something like Wuchang or Lies of P release and everyone and their mother is on its tip. What do you mean? But Nioh 3 would probably just be just as niche. I think that's a good point. I think it's one thing I did notice from Wuchang Fallen Feathers is that, like, it looks beautiful. And for many people who are a big fan of a lot of the Souls-like games, the spectacle is one of the biggest aspects that they find enjoyable for them. Whereas Nioh spectacle is, and as a lot of things with Team Ninja games, I think that they have so much substance, and the substance for many of us is the part of the style, but it's not necessarily like the most, like, it's not like the absolute biggest spectacle. Sometimes I'm of the opinion that Team Ninja's presentation of things can be a little lacking. And Team Ninja's trailers for Nioh, for example, are like usually kind of devoid of combat. Which is like, I'm like, dude, that's the reason I play Team Ninja stuff, is the combat. So one thing I've been grateful for in their Ninja Gaiden trailers as of recent is they are much more combat driven. And I'm like, yeah. Presentation and advertisement, I guess advertisement, they're marketing. I may not be using the best words. All right, let me do this one. The way they market their stuff, and presentation in the game is separate. My bad. It's just like the way they advertise it. It's alright. Sometimes I don't explain things well. Feel free to correct me in my words or ask for clarification. I'm cool with that. Oh shit! What happened? Ah, mistimed opportunist. Yeah, Team Ninja may not be the best to showcase the gameplay. For what I understand, like, I remember they did a fish showcase, and not being mean to Team Ninja, but I think like they focus less on mastering their games as much as making. I think the executive producer is just like, yeah, I know I'm not that great at the game, but he's like, I just love creating lots of cool games and then like letting players figure it out. So, you know, they gotta like choose their battles. I'm like, yeah, I'd rather you guys focus your time on creating something that's amazing rather than anything else. Why do I not collect loot drops? I have no need for them. I also do a backflip. Done. Cool, cool. Am I playing with any mods? Yes, I am playing with the skill expansion mod. So what the skill expansion mod allows me to do is to basically use more moves than the game normally will allow me to use. So for example, I think this would be an excellent showcase with the fists. With the fists, I have Beyond Infinity, right? That is slated. Right for here. Normally I can only pick either Beyond Infinity, Stomp, Reckless Charge, or Limitless, but really let's just say Limitless and Beyond Infinity, because I have Reckless Charge already assigned elsewhere. But if I pick Beyond Infinity, I can't pick Limitless. But check this out. So I got Beyond Infinity, right? But I also have Limitless. What the hell? So what the skill expansion mod allows me to do is use a lot of the abilities that are normally locked. So as a result, I can have more access to the full toolkit of a weapon. I can also do Stomp. I got Ocean Zephyr. I got Reckless Charge, of course. I already talked about Beyond Infinity. And last but not least, I have Limitless. So that's what it does. It also assigns things to other slots as well. I can use, with extra inputs, as you can see on my controller, I can use Sacred Bird Cry. I can use Sacred Bird Flight as well. That's pretty cool. It allows me to do same weapon flash attacks. So like a lot of these inputs, I have extra inputs to work with. And on top of that, I also have access to some living weapon moves that are hidden in the game files. So for example, I have the Tonfa living weapon attack. It seems like they took a lot of things from Nioh 1 and then just kind of like copy pasted a lot of that into Nioh 2 with a lot of the weapons and then made adjustments accordingly. So as a result, we can use more things. So Fists already has a ton of abilities, but I get to use even more. I don't have to worry about things contesting one another. I can use Opportunist and Takedown, for example. So that's the only mod that I am using, and I would recommend players get it for the PC because it's such an awesome mod. If you have Nioh on the PC, get it. Get the mod. Would you recommend Ninja Gaiden for someone who likes Nioh 2 and Souls game? I'd say give it a shot, but do know it's going to be it's an action game, like more of a traditional action game. So yeah, it's an action game, so if you're not really a big fan of action games, then maybe not go for it, but if you just want to experience what Ninja Gaiden can be like, go for it, give it a shot. Alright, let me catch up on chat. Yeah, I guess hack and slash would be a great way to put it. Now, if you had just said, hey, I've only played Souls-likes and I want to try Ninja Gaiden, I'd be like, well, those are very, very different. But since you've experienced Nioh, I think it'll feel like, you know, that sense of challenge you get when you play Nioh? Ninja Gaiden 100% has that. So Wilder, you want to be a moderator? I'll have to consider it. I don't know if I need one at this time or if I really want one. I'll have to think about it. Can you fast travel from shrine to shrine in Nioh 3? Yes. Yes, you can. Absolutely. Okay, let's see. I see your question, Toxic. I'll get to you in a moment. So Rayan is saying, I don't know if it's just me, but I don't like using the Sacred Bird abilities with anything but the sword. Just because it feels weird to pull out a katana when I'm using the split staff. I know, it's weird. with the skill expansion mod, it doesn't feel as strange because it just feels like an all-purpose toolkit I have on every weapon. So I'm alright with it. Okay. My audio was cutting out. Oh, that's weird. For me, the human bosses in Nioh, I don't remember the human bosses so much in... Ooh, sweet, ultimate skill. I don't remember I don't remember too much about human bosses in Nioh 1, but I definitely liked Rise of the Ronin's human bosses far more than I did in Nioh 1 or Nioh 2. But also, the gameplay loop was dramatically different in Rise of the Ronin, so it might be like an apples to orange comparison. Okay, still catching up. The Toxic's asking, are there any double boss fights in Nioh 2? There are but they're very few. Very few in comparison. And usually I think there's only one explicit double boss fight, but even that double boss fight in the main mission is completely optional. I don't think there are any required double boss fights, like at all. The only like actual double boss fight where it's just you versus two bosses, I think, is like the first two bosses of the game. So it's irritating, especially in the level that they're in, but it's manageable. Okay. Oh god, everlasting duty, fuck that. I hated that. I hated that so much. That was terrible. Oh no. Does Life Drain Grapple work with yokais? Yes, it does. Was there a blacksmith or any reoccurring merchant in the Nioh 3 demo? I kind of wonder how we meet them and see them in the game. I think that's something that's gonna be, is something they're gonna be working on. Oh god, Return of the Gourd, I hate that. Yo, look at... If there was one ultimate stat I would recommend you guys try if you want to, is ultimate skill. Key Pulse, Heaven, Man, and Earth will be triggered, even if you don't succeed recovering via full Key Pulse. And extra iframes when you do a Key Pulse by dodging. If you don't remember what that... So, Key Pulse anytime in mid-stance, basically. And you know what you'll get? A free block. So if Tate Ebushi is going to jump from the sky... Jump way high up to the sky and smash down and do 1500 key damage or whatever. Well, guess what? You negate it every time you do a Key Pulse. And then have shit like Ultimate Strength where you can Key Pulse on guard. Congrats! You can block like everything. It's so silly. You can get damage for the next attack, of course. Free dodges, I guess. But honestly, it's all about that Key Pulse, man. Alright, time to chill. So when it comes to like reoccurring merchants in Nioh 3, I don't know how they're going to rework that as of yet. I think I saw in the Out of Bounds stuff that there was like some sort of vendor outside. So I think we're gonna have like a central hub to like explore. I have that in some of my Out of Bounds footage that I clipped. I think it was... Oh, Lana, did you get to see that video? By chance, where it was like 5 different areas? Don't know if you did. But it was like 5 different areas where I showcased some stuff. So I suspect, at least in the first part of that video I showed, that a lot of like... There'll be like a central hub where we can talk to merchants and things like that from there. Here, I'll link it for you. So yeah, you can watch that on your whenever you'd like. Jin Hayabusa and Nioh 1 was always so random, you needed to luck it out. That's what I thought at first too. That's what I thought too, but he actually has incredibly controllable AI. Like, it's silly. Like, he can be looped very easily. Like, very predictable. Yeah, like, when you fight Jin, at first, like, he feels, you know, he's crazy. But... Oh, no, we're talking about Jin Hayabusa from Nioh 1, not Ren. Ren's different. Ren's crazier. Jin Hayabusa and Nioh 1, his AI can be controlled. To the point it's like it's actually not that bad to lab him. Like, I was able to manage it with the sword. Oh, you're talking, oh, you fought Jin? No, Jin's just, you could lap him very effectively. There's always like this guaranteed moment he would block every time. Like, you could attack him, and I remember, just to prove a point, that like I would only do Sword of Meditation damage on him. And it worked. You could just like, he'll just like block, and then I'm just like, okay, slow walk, Sword of Meditation, he eats the hit, and then it like resets his stuff, and he starts blocking, and I do 1-2 hit, and then go from there. Yeah, Jin is the blue one. It would take so much trial and error for me to figure out. Yeah, it took me a while, but I got it. You play with nerves for some reason? Fair. How do you deal with Saito using hammer on against all comers? I wouldn't just use hammer. I would encourage players to use other tools. Because Saito Toshimitsu will dodge a lot. Yeah, give it a shot. Well, in all honesty, I'm kind of like... I don't know if I feel like playing Nioh right now. I think I'm kind of done. You can just chat about stuff. Metal Gear when? I have to look into it. Does Stone of Penance increase rate drops? Is there a way for me to use the full that 4 Guardian set without going above 70%? Maybe if you get some max equipment weight. I don't know, to be honest. It probably would help to have the gear requirement -1. Have I looked into Stellar Braid? Not really. I need to try Nioh 1 at some point. Decided no, gosh, I'm hearing my brain is getting loaded with a bunch of questions at once. Stellar Blade, I looked at it, looks fast-paced. There's like this association with like, I guess, I don't know, like I've heard it called Gunnar Blade or something. Okay, I guess it's because the women are like scantily clad or something, and I'm like, I don't know if this interests me. That's great, but yeah, I would pass. Have I tried any of the Monster Hunter games? No, I have not. I haven't played any of them, so they look very interesting, but they don't really look like something I would want to play. It's not a Gunnar game. It's a really good game, to be honest. Okay, I don't know much about it. I haven't really looked into it. I can take a look into it, see if I might enjoy the combat loop. It's like Nier, but without a good story. I've heard a lot of things about Nier Automata. Damn, that's quite the claim. Alright, I'll look into it. Play Silent Hill? Why? Dragon's Dogma. There's a lot of games I guess for me to consider. I also have to decide what I want to do with my time. Grind Wolong? Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to grind Wolong. I don't know, I'm kind of done with Nioh today. Unless you guys really want to see something. You should consider playing Nioh 2. Really cool game. You can spend more than 2,000 hours in it before you become insane. Stardew Valley? I don't know. So long? That game was disappointing? Yeah, so long to Wolong. Maybe I can try the double daggers? Yes, double daggers and nunchucks. I think I need to try that. Wolong, Wukong, or Wuchang? What's happening? The Wu-Tang Clan? Too long DLCs weren't that exciting too. I know. No Wugaki. Okay, why am I streaming anymore? Goodbye. Alright, well, I think I'm kind of done playing Nioh 2, to be honest. Yeah. Bosses today weren't too... I wasn't that interested in today's bosses. I wasn't particularly keen on the floors either. So that was a bit of that. Would be so sick if you could revisit Nioh 1. Yeah, I suppose I could. How long have I played? Nearly 3 hours, right? Yeah, nearly 3 hours. You guys want to chat about anything, or should I just get going? Just take care, get out of here. Loki, you should go. Get the fuck out of here. Okay. Fair. You know what? Today, I didn't stream for 4 hours. But I streamed for about 3. No, we're not chatting about Agakis, okay. Okay, I think I'll just go then. Oh. Woo. No, let's not talk about Gaki. Let's get the fuck out of here. Either you hop on Ronin, or what? You just lost 69k Amrita? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. But yeah, like if you guys, we can chat about other games you enjoyed in the past. Yeah, you could do that, or stuff we can talk about from what I chatted about yesterday, when it came to like a lot more serious real life things, psychological things, self esteem things, relationship things, marriage things. Do I kiss well? That's such a question out of left field. I don't. You have fucked up my computing. You know, how about this, Golden Seed? You find out for yourself. You find out for yourself. You'll, that's, I could say yes, but the truth is, and other people could say yes too, but this is a subjective matter, Golden Seed. It's, do you kiss well according to you? Only you're going to be able to tell. You have to experiment and test that yourself. And frankly, I'm not comfortable with that. So that's going to be a no from me, dog, okay? What is your favorite color and why is it green? Okay, I think this is my cue to get the fuck off. So I'm going to leave now. You guys are wild as shit. Alright, in any case, thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you later. Maybe I'll find out whether nunchucks or dual daggers exist in the game for Nioh 3. And that Nioh 3 beta will come out in September, okay? Alright, I'll see you guys later. Take care and bye.